Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today's video is going to be a review of Warframe in 2023. This is my first time playing the game ever. So the game launched in 2013 and was updated with the duviri paradox in 2023. So I decided to give it a try since it's free to play too. And it's an MMO. It has a market where you can buy stuff. So I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of the game. The pros at the end. The cons at the end, sorry. And the first thing, the coolest thing that I like is the mods here. So the mods give this game a really cool advantage. I mean, you have so many different mods that you pick up when you complete missions. So these mods, each mod has its own characteristics, like some for your Warframe, some for your weapons, just so many of them. And I mean, you're not going to have a shortage of mods. So you can definitely also upgrade your mods using Fusion. You can transmute like mods that you don't want to get a rare one. You can sell them for credits or sell them for endos. The endos are used to upgrade the mods.
All mods accounted for,
So you
operator.
can go
I
to
have
your
not taken
arsenal
any.
once you have the mods and go to your weapons. For example, this is a machine gun. It's new, rank 1, so it's not upgraded. And I have 25% critical chance increase on it. So this is one mod that I'm using. I can add any mod I want to this weapon to make it suitable for my playstyle, but the capacity is only 5. So for example, this one has a capacity of 34, so I have 7 mods installed on it. So each mod has a number, and the ones with the blue stars are upgraded, so they have a higher number. So you can customize the stats of your weapon as you like, you know, add different effects to it according to your play style. You can also upgrade your character. So I have Excalibur. You can upgrade your pet as well. So my pet also has mods. You have this wheel here where you can add like specific weapons. So I have a scanner and I have a fishing rod on it. Those are the main ones. And as for your pets, you get a free pet. So I have a Kuburu here as my first pet. And this is the incubation area where you incubate it. So the first pet you get through a mission and, you know, for free. And each pet type has its own capabilities and characteristics. So the Kuburu is a really nice pet. I like it so far. You have a genetic tool to copy the genetics of your pet. You can go get some eggs from the free world and open world, and then get an incubator power core. The first time you get it for free through the mission, and then you have to buy it from the market. So the market, it sells for 35 platinum to get the incubator power core, and then you just go and get your eggs and incubate them and grow your new pets. You can also buy pets from this market. This is on planet Earth in Cetus. There's this guy Konzo. He sells bounties in the open world, the plains of Edelon. So you get the bounty and then you join a team or go solo and finish the missions, the bounties that he gives you, and he gives you rewards for it. So this double door in front of me is access to the open world. And there are different merchants in here also. So there's a fisherman there, and there's this guy. He sells like gems and blueprints for different materials. There's this second guy here. He sells like decorations and things for, you know, like just decorations and accessories. Hawk is my favorite merchant here, NPC merchant. You can forge your custom weapon here as you like. You can just buy the parts and craft your own weapon. So that's really cool feature. In the open world, you get matched with a team like this, so automatically matched, and you vote on the mission with yes or no, and then your mission pops up on the map, and you go execute the mission. As you can see, it popped up in front of me there, blinking. So once it pops up, everybody goes to the mission area. You can teleport through these teleporters here in the open world, and just kill NPCs. And these tents in front of me, you can pick different missions as well, so you can get missions there. There are these flyers, or like motorcycles, flying motorcycles, so you can also use them to go to your missions. So I just picked up this one from the NPCs and took it to fly to the mission area. So this is the mission area here, and you just come here and execute the mission with your team, get the rewards, and go back. So we're talking about an entire solar system here. So each planet has its own missions and its own resources, so different resources. So for example, this is Saturn here. The white missions are done, the blue ones are not done. And this is the junction that I need to complete to go to the next planet. And this is the duviri paradox, the new addition. The circlet missions here, you can find them. You can do the story again if you want as well. There's the railjack missions, which is technically spaceship fighting in space. So you get matched with a team, and you all ride a spaceship and fight in space, which is really cool. The PvP section is kind of not very active, so not a lot of players play on it. I'm not sure why. You can ask players like to join you and play on PvP, but that's about it. Like if you join, you stay forever just waiting for people to join you. So that's a place to investigate, I guess. There are so many different types of missions. So there are like events here, like weekly events. You have like quests also, like different types of quests that you can do. Weekly events and alerts here. So there are invasions. So like on each planet there's an invasion, so you gotta participate to keep it in a certain percentage. And these are syndicate missions or faction missions. And you have the void fusers here to open the relics that you have. So when you do normal missions, you get these relics, and these relics get you really cool parts, like prime parts and different prime weapons that are really advanced, and nice. So you go to these missions and equip one of these relics, and it opens up during the mission, and you get a blueprint. So this is the foundry here, where you get all your blueprints, and you can craft your weapons here, your warframes. There are 50 different types of warframes to collect. So it's a lot of, like each one of them is unique and has his own abilities. But you have all these blueprints here for the weapons, warframes, and everything that you can craft. So you just hit craft and you build it with the resources, if you have the resources. If you don't have the resources, it will tell you where to get them, like from which planet. The chat system is really nice. So there's like a general chat system, there's a clan place, there's a squad chat system. But the best part of the chat, I like the QA place. So you can ask anything you want and they will answer you, like a lot of nice people there. And there's a trade section also that allows you to trade your stuff, but it's not really very efficient. We're going to talk about that when we talk about the cons of the game, I guess. So the fighting of the game is very smooth. As you can see, this is one of the Excalibur abilities, to dash to enemies and kill them. and it uses energy, the abilities. The normal fighting doesn't use energy, so like this melee attacks. It's very smooth and easy to use, and you definitely feel like a ninja, especially with all the mods that you add to your weapons. It makes them just super strong. So I have my exalted blade in this mission. There's like a mini boss, the sergeant, that we need to kill. So this exalted blade is part of the Excalibur abilities. It's very strong. So here's the sergeant there, and a couple of hits, and he's done. So finish him up. But there are other strong bosses that will need a lot of time, so it's not only this. So let's talk about the cons of the game, or what we need like to see as an improvement on the game, really. So the first thing is the like open world areas. So if I was gonna upgrade the game, I would probably add an open world area on each planet and make it unique to that environment of the planet. Currently they have like 3 areas of open world, which is not bad, but definitely increase the number of open worlds on each planet so that it's an incentive to go to the next planet and explore. So that's number 1. I think number 2 is to have a market for players, so they can trade everything in the game, not only prime weapons and blueprints. So like like trade resources, trade normal blueprints, weapon blueprints, everything, and inside the game. And you can monetize that through maybe adding a fee in platinum on each trade. So they give you 50 platinum for free at the beginning of the game. So you can add like 1 platinum per trade, that would monetize the game and let the players freely trade their stuff. They can revive the trading ability of the game and enhance the social aspect of the game as well, like people connecting to each other. The third addition would be having a custom spacecraft in Railjack missions, so that clans can buy a joint spacecraft, for example, or each person can make his portion of a spacecraft, and when you go into Railjack, you can combine into one big spaceship or split into individual spacecraft and fight as a squadron. That would be pretty nice and nice addition to the game, I think. The fourth addition would be combining all the merchants into a easy to get menu, since they're right now they're kind of confusing. Like if you don't know where each merchant is on which planet and at what time they come in, and what currency they use, it's kind of confusing. It's it adds a lot of complexity. So adding all these merchants in one menu and combining their currency into one additional currency other than game credits and platinum, one game currency for the merchants that is transferable between players, that would be pretty nice and a very nice addition to the game. And the fifth and most important addition, I think, to the game is adding like treasure chests that are randomly spawned inside missions and in the open world. Like each day they spawn in a different mission, in a different spot in a mission. So you keep the players excited to find new treasure chests, in the open world and the missions. Also, you can make randomly spawned caves within the open world, where you have like a boss to beat inside the cave and get epic loot out of it. That would be pretty cool. And for the open world areas, I think you need to add like more NPCs and bosses. Uh, at least like a boss every day, a new boss every day, a big boss, in the open world areas. And definitely add more NPCs, make it more challenging to traverse across the open world area, and add more loot inside that area. That would be pretty cool. So overall, the game is really, really good, and I'm pretty sure like the developers are adding and upgrading the game. So they added the duviri paradox in 2023, and that's a 10-year-old game. That's pretty good. I mean, they're still following up on it, and I think they're adding a really big update pretty soon as well. So I watched the Twitch stream for Warframe, and they said they're gonna add a big update pretty soon with a lot of fixes and bug fixes. So that's a really good sign that this game has a future. So I hope you like the video, and see you in the next one.